The feds are 100 preparing to charge Lil Durk with more murders. They just made a couple of chess moves right in front of our eyes that a lot of us missed. But Lil Durk and them didn't miss it, and they caught it. And they're moving rapidly to make sure the feds don't pull a fast one on them.
Yes! 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 Hold on, wait. I need that cheer to be a little louder. Let me turn that cheering up. You know what I'm saying? Cheer again. Yeah.
But I'll be real, I don't think there's anything Lil Durk can do right now, bro. Lil Durk is absolutely 100% cooked. On top of the murder charges, Lil Durk is already fighting for the murder of Quando Rondo's cousin. Lil Durk's name has been linked to the murder of a Chicago man called Stephen Mack for a while now. But this week is the first time we're actually seeing a law enforcement agency making active moves to charge Lil Durk with this murder. They brought up the murder of Stephen Mack when Lil Durk was first indicted, but Lil Durk has a great relationship with the city of Chicago, more specifically the mayor. So Lil Durk reached out, his lawyers reached out to the city, and the city was able to issue a statement saying they have no intentions, no plans on charging Lil Durk with this murder.
Yeah, because the feds
really? Well, we believe the murder of Stephen Mack was committed in aid of racketeering, so that's federal. So we're gonna start doing our own investigation here. And what we're seeing is they're strategically setting up certain pieces to make sure Lil Durk, before trial starts, gets charged with this murder. But before we get there, let's talk about the Stephen Mack murder, how he was murdered, and why the feds is linking Lil Durk to this murder. Two individuals.
If you know anything about this murder, the reason that this murder was so significant is because Stephen Mack was supposed to be the get back for people associated with Stephen Mack killing Lil Durk's brother. So Lil Durk put together a play, and it's so much evidence on it, okay? So much evidence on it. The killers already got sentenced, and they're pretty much in jail singing like a canary. One of them snitched on Lil Durk without even realizing it. He was talking to a cellmate, and a cellmate was a confidential informant, okay?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And end up snitching on his monk ass.
Was waiting outside of a youth peace center, and as Stephen Mack exited the youth peace center, they hunted him down and shot and killed him. They literally hunted this man down, chased him the length of a football field in the snow. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna play this man gruesome murder, because despite his life decisions, this is still somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's boyfriend, somebody's father. But this was as gruesome as it gets. And
if you go watch, just type in Stephen Mack murder. Stephen Mack murder on YouTube. You'll see it. This dude ran. They was in this car. This man ran from this car. They probably didn't stop until like all the way back here in these woods back here, bro. Listen, y'all, YouTube and Meta might owe you up to $1,000 if you or your child grew up on social media. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health issues, you should hear this. Recently, a jury just ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They know that their apps can cause anxiety, depression, or body image issues, but they never shared those risks with us. They never made us sign anything that we knew the risk. They just maximized their profits. And the recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. But you better not worry. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm that they have caused. Click the link in my bio to take a very short questionnaire quiz, because you might be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. It's probably a football field and a half, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the other dude, I guess he got scared. He went the other way, but you could tell there was a reason. And you could almost tell that he wanted that money that Lil Durk promised him. You could kind of tell, because he like, nah, I ain't letting you get away, boy. Come here. And he ran that man all the way down, bro. It was nasty.
One person is chasing Stephen Mack like in the snow down the field. Another shooter is shooting at the youth peace center because people are poking their head out the door. Before we even touch on the exact moves the feds have made this week to make sure they're charging Lil Durk with this murder, if you're still confused as to why Lil Durk is even being connected to this, how does two random dudes on camera killing this random dude, how does this tie back to Lil Durk? How do they know it ties back to Lil Durk? Well, let's slow it down for a second and let me bring in old Flacco.
Bring it back. Bring
old
it back.
Flacco can explain to you exactly why the feds are tying this to Lil Durk.
Yeah.
The guy on your left is Anthony Montgomery. The
Yep.
guy on your right is Preston Powell.
Yep.
These two dudes were
This the
responsible
one that
for the
snitched right
death
here.
of the Smashville GD leader, Stephen Mack. What the feds will claim is after Lil Durk brother D-Thing was murdered, Lil Durk became bloodthirsty. He put a bag on any and every GD in Chicago's head. He wanted them gone. According to an informant,
And
at the
the
time
stupid
that
part
Stephen
about
Mack
it,
passed,
the stupid part about it is Stephon Mack, I don't even pretty sure he didn't even have nothing to do with killing his brother. He just wanted to kill the GD because he was like, man, they kill him up, they kill him up. This is how stupid street niggas is. So they killed your brother, so you gonna go kill some people that ain't got nothing to do with it?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What?
passed away,
Okay,
he
buddy,
was
if
the
that makes
respected
sense to you.
leader of the Smashville GDs. So this was the perfect candidate to send a message to the city after Lil Durk's brother D-Thing got killed. This right here is the suspected killer of Lil Durk's brother D-Thing. Now you're probably asking yourself, Flacco, why don't Durk just get him? He's currently in jail for a double homicide, bro.
Right.
All right. So even if Durk wanted to, he can't. Feds will claim that Lil Durk got Stephen Mack hit, not only because Stephen Mack was a GD, but Stephen Mack was also really close with the alleged killer. So CHS1 has reported that Lil Durk was and still is offering money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, and more specifically, offering to pay money for any GD that is killed. CHS1 has also indicated that D-Thing was killed by members of Dumb Street. According to CHS1, Dumb Street is a GD faction on the south side of Chicago. According to CHS1, Dumb Street member Individual A was a close associate of Mac. According to law enforcement records, Individual A is currently in pre-trial custody for allegedly committing a double murder that took place at a Country Club Hills, Illinois. And yeah, that's
So Country Club Hills is right outside of Chicago. It's not, it sounds, Country Club Hills sounds like a nice, rich area. It's not really a nice, rich area. It's right outside of Chicago on the south side. So this is, we talking about the south suburbs. The south suburbs is still the hood for everybody that don't know. Like, there is some nicer places in the south suburbs, like Homewood, Flossmoor. Even if you go farther, Matson is a really nice area. But Country Club, it's still, stuff happens still in these areas, though. Like, it's not, like, you can get to, you'll be in Chicago in 15 minutes, right? You'll be on the border of Chicago in 5 or 10 minutes, really. So it's not really like, nobody really it's not so far away from Chicago to the point where like, oh, it's not no more murders here. It's not like a Aurora, Illinois, or a Naperville or a Romeoville. It's not like that. You know, Country Club Hills it's not Chicago, but it's so close that it might as well be. You know what I mean?
that we just showed you. Lil Durk hasn't been charged with this Stephen Mack murder, obviously, because they don't have enough to charge him.
Yeah.
But
This
what
back then,
exactly do they have, and what's keeping them motivated to further this investigation to try to tie Lil Durk to this? So after Montgomery and Powell murdered Stephen Mack, Powell was not really connected to Durk. Montgomery was the one that had the OTF and Durk connection. So Powell trying to get paid, he trying to get his money. So Powell's texting Montgomery, bro, what's up with OTF? And Montgomery responded back, nothing, right? Because why you texting me this, bro?
Right.
All right. So then Powell said, what you mean? They not paying? Montgomery texted back, we waiting. He come up here on the 17th. Durk had a show on the 17th, and he also filmed a music video on the 17th.
So the 17th was the $1 million worth of game interview where he brung $1 million. He just so happened. These are the killers of Stephon Mack. These are the killers that Lil Durk supposedly hired, right? On the 17th, he just so happened to bring $1 million in cash to the $1 million worth of game interview. Now, everybody thought that that was just some like promotional thing. In my opinion, what I think is, I think he brung the $1 million worth of game. He brung $1 million cash to the $1 million worth of game podcast as a front, because he wanted that to look like, he wanted it to look like he was bringing the money there just to promote and go crazy and promote the new album and the new song and stuff like that. I think he brung that $1 million there as a front to make it look like that, so that he could pay these people and nobody will question why he had all this cash. That's what I think.
15th came. Powell texted, stand on that. Why you with Durk them? So he's saying, bruh, if we ain't get paid, why you with Durk them?
Right.
All right. So then he texted him again. Did Durk gave you that money? Montgomery is a slimy dude, and he did Powell dirty, and we're going to break that down shortly. But texting about compensation for open murder ain't the dumbest thing these two dudes did, bro. Yo, I'm not sure if Lil Durk employed these dudes directly or if the bag was just up there and they went ahead and got it done themselves.
Probably. A little bit of both.
These two dudes are the dumbest criminals I've ever seen. Maybe not Powell. Montgomery is the dumbest.
Mm-hmm.
So Montgomery and Powell waited in the parking lot in their black Chrysler, waited for Stephen Mack to walk out, walk past him.
Left their phone in the car.
Once his back is turned, they hopped out and killed him. So after they killed him, they have a vehicle parked, by the way, right?
Them dumb
they
motherfuckers
hopped
ran.
out the vehicle to do it. The vehicle is parked.
They ran.
These two dudes left the vehicle parked, panicked, and ran off after committing a murder.
Mm-hmm.
Not drive off, ran off on foot.
Yep.
Once they got a few blocks down the way, right?
These is facts.
They got away. Montgomery realized he left his phone in the vehicle that they hopped out of to commit the murder. The vehicle that's on surveillance of y'all hopping out.
Even if he didn't leave his phone, they would have been cooked. The police would have just seen what phone came over here right before the murder and then left right after the murder. Because if you can see, it's not like it's a busy parking lot. They were sitting out there waiting for him to come out. So the phone would have pinged anyway. They just even stupider for leaving the phone.
Committing a murder and you left your phone in the vehicle and it gets dumber. Okay, so he Montgomery thought that he was doing some type of 4D chess move because 45 minutes after the murder, he called AT&T to report his phone stolen.
What? Stop it. Get some help.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
These niggas is dumb. I didn't know he did that. That's some new news to me, Chad. I didn't know he did that. Oh my God.
Yeah, okay,
Smack
buddy.
his
All right. His phone was in the vehicle because it was still, man, cut it out, bruh. You would think this was a Lil Durk indictment because they brought a gang expert to testify that Lil Durk was confessing to the murder of Stephen Mack in the Aha song.
And then that same day that he supposedly paid them, he made a song called Aha. He recorded the video to Aha. Just stupid. And thinking that he's super slick too, like, oh yeah. Uh-huh. I bet you they won't find out about this one.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yo, bro, this Aha song got Lil Durk in a lot of trouble, bro. Because this Aha song was also mentioned in Quandarano's indictment. So it would say, on or about February 22nd, 2022, Lil Durk released a song titled Aha after Stephen Mack was murdered. Now, the gang expert says that they believe the lyrics to this song can reasonably be interpreted to be references to Lil Durk having people killed. For example, in one portion of Aha, Lil Durk rapped, "We be sliding through they blocks and they don't know we have.
Buddy
got shot and we ain't claim it, but I can show his eye." Now, based on a gang expert's training, he would say, based on my training and experience and knowledge of this investigation, I believe that these lyrics can reasonably be interpreted to be a reference to Mack's murder. After Mack was murdered, an unknown individual recorded YPC's, which was the youth center, surveillance video of the murder on what appears to have been a separate video recording device, possibly a cell phone, and they distributed the video to a lot of people, including Durk. Here's the filming of the music video. And you know who was in that music video? You know who Lil Durk put in the music video front row? He put Anthony Montgomery, the alleged killer of Stephen Mack. And you see Lil Durk circled in the middle and Montgomery is circled on your left. So you got lyrics that are expected or suspected to be about Stephen Mack, and then you have
it's just stupid too, because it's like, and this is why, like, honestly, I feel bad for street niggas because they so brainwashed and they probably don't even know it. They sitting outside on the block with a millionaire. If I'm outside, hey bro, I don't want to go out here. Can you fucking teach me how to? Can you help me get some money? What the fuck? Can you help me start my business? Can you help me sell my clothes, please? Can you help me open this barbershop? I don't want to stand out here on the block, bro. I don't want to go kill people for you. I don't want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Why are you even out here? You got $100 million or however many millions you got. You got songs with Drake. Why are you out here throwing up gang signs, dropping the Y's on the corner of one of the most dangerous hoods in the city? Nigga, take your ass to the Ritz-Carlton and go to sleep. What are you doing? You already made it. What are you doing? Go up there, bro. It's just and they think, and you could see it on all their faces, like this is a proud moment. They think they super cool. Lil Durk think he's super real. I'm a real nigga. Yeah, I got rich and stayed in the hood. That's stupid. That's dumb, bro. That doesn't make any fucking sense. You know? But it's like the brainwashing that these people, and then Lil Durk probably don't even realize that you brainwashing other kids to do the same dumb shit you doing. It's as a grown 30-plus-year-old man, though, like, these not a bunch of 14, 15-year-old kids that don't know no better. These is a bunch of grown-ass 30-year-old men that's been to jail, that got 1,010,000 dead homies. Like, I don't get it, gang. I don't understand it, and I know some things just ain't meant for me to understand.
Stephen Mack killer in the video? Durk, this is self-snitching at levels I ain't never seen before, bro. You gotta relax. But the self-snitching,
and then you snitch on yourself, knowing that you got something to do with real murders. You know people really got killed. Like, is you crazy, gang? And then the same niggas be talking about some, yeah, we Muslim, assalamu alaikum. Nigga, you just killed the nigga. You just killed the nigga, bro. What the fuck?
No. You know they gotta make it easy for the feds, bro. Anthony Montgomery, the suspected killer of Stephen Mack, he posted to his Facebook story. He posted a huge amount of money. Now, he don't have a job. He don't have a business. So where did he get this huge amount of money from? Well, the feds have an idea, because when he posted a picture with a huge amount of money, he had a song playing and lyrics appearing on the screen.
Of course he
now,
did.
When you make a Facebook story, you actually choose what part of the song you want to appear on your screen. Anthony Montgomery chose those specific lyrics. We be sliding
I ain't know this.
through
I
the
ain't never
block
seen
and
this.
they don't know we have. So the killer that was in the AHA video with Lil Durk, the lyrics,
and I can almost guarantee you, if it's possible, I don't know how possible it is, I can almost guarantee you that it's a possibility that the feds can zoom in on. This is the same thing they did with Pooh Shiesty when he got arrested the first time. They can zoom in on the pictures that you taken with that money, and they can every dollar has a serial number on it. They can trace that serial number back, and if they can find out those serial numbers, and even one of those serial numbers comes from Lil Durk's bank account or Lil Durk's, like, you know what I'm saying, Lil Durk. Because when you take cash out of the bank, you have to order the money. You can't just go to the bank and be like, give me $1 million right now. You have to order it, and it takes like a week. Even if you want like 100K, 200K, you got to order the shit. You know what I'm saying? You'd be lucky if you go in there and get more than 20,000. Trust me. So usually you have to order the money, or you have to go to a bunch of different banks. So if they could trace that serial number back to a withdrawal that Lil Durk might have made from the Federal Reserve, it's
lyric that the feds pointed out that
ain't nothing you gonna
they
be able to
believe
do
is related to Stephen Mack. The suspected killer went from being in the music video to going on social media, posting a picture of himself holding up a lot of cash with the Lil Durk AHA playing in the background, and those specific lyrics appearing on the screen.
Probably about 10 racks and 100.
Oh, y'all gotta stop making it this easy for them folks, bro. Whole time Preston Powwow is waiting to get paid. Anthony Montgomery got paid, and bro, he stopped answering Preston Powwow calls, man. Anthony Montgomery was arrested for a state case before he was arrested for this murder of Stephen Mack. Now, when he was arrested for the state case, the feds were already investigating him for this murder.
Right.
So what happened was the feds put a confidential
Cockeyed
informant
too. Look at
in
him.
his cell, and they got recordings of him confessing everything, labeling exactly how he murdered Stephen Mack,
How he got
labeling
paid.
who he did it for, giving the whole operation, how he picked up who he was going to do it with.
And from the moment he did that, which was quite some time ago, I told y'all that Lil Durk was cooked. This is over a year ago at this point. I told y'all Durk was cooked when that happened. Oh no, he still got some chance. The feds ain't doing nothing, bro. You have this cockeyed motherfucker right here. You got a confidential informant in your cell, and you snitched on the whole operation. You told it's over, bro. It's nothing else you're gonna do. You can't recant the statements. You can't say that somebody violated your rights and the evidence was illegally obtained. No, you're done.
This man told it all, and the feds got everything on recording. While in state prison for this gun case, they were already investigating Montgomery for the murder of Stephen Mack. So they put a confidential informant in the same cell as him, and he was wired up.
Yeah.
He had a recording device, and he was recording all the conversations they was having with Montgomery, and Montgomery confessed everything they needed to know, everything. The paperwork says, while in state custody, Montgomery Wilson discussed Stephen Mack's murder with his cellmate, who, unbeknownst to him, had agreed to assist the government by recording their conversation.
Y'all didn't see
As
that.
discussed below, during his recorded conversation with the confidential source, Montgomery Wilson detailed how him and Pow Wow murdered Stephen Mack to collect a cash bounty from a Chicago-based rapper, Individual A, which is Lil Durk. So he goes, I told on Mike, we put up, nigga, his homie calling his phone, his homie and blank, we pull up to the lot. They tell us, man, there's an armed security. I'm like, cool, on Mike. So they say on Mike, which is like, you know, like they merchant it, right?
Yeah.
So
they
it's
say
like on God. So
yeah.
On God, I tell Marley Ninja, you ain't got to do nothing. Keep a security guard off us. On my dead knees, you ain't got to do ish. So he's telling a story like, yo, he's just a super killer, brother. He's telling dude, man, bro, I'm going to do this all by myself, bro. I got it. Right? So he gave the dude orders, which is, yo, keep the security guard off us.
Right.
So
that's why the dude stayed in the car and kept shooting and shit.
On Mike, we waited there like 20 minutes. I'm on.
You kind of got to be Chicago. You got to be from Chicago to really understand what he's saying. So let me read it for you. I told on Mike. So he's saying on Mike. Mike is his homie. He's saying that's like saying on bro or on God. I told on Mike, we pull up, nigga, his homie calling. His homie and woo. We pull up to the lot. They tell us, man, there's an armed security. I'm cool. On Mike, I tell Marty, nigga, you ain't got shit to do, nigga. Keep the security guard off us, nigga, on my dead knees. You ain't got to do shit, nigga. Make sure the security guard stay in his place, shorty. Keep an eye on the security guard, nigga. We pulled up, nigga, on Mike. We waited right there like 20 minutes, nigga. I'm on FaceTime video with Lil Fred now. Lil Fred and A-Man. Keep us on FaceTime. I want to hear the shots. So you just getting witnesses, basically. I want to hear this shit. Nigga ain't even supposed to made it that far, nigga. Only reason he made it that far, folks, I had that big ass gun. I really don't want to be trying to shoot from no distance. I'm trying to really get on top of you. He telling the whole thing. It's hard to read if you're not from Chicago because you like, I'm cool. Like, it don't really sound like he's saying like and then he's saying, I'm like, all right, cool. That's kind of like what he doing. I'm going to skip this part because I read it. I gave you the Chicago Knees reaction.
It off. So he explained that he had the 60 round in that bit, right? He let 3 shots out. When he first came out, Marley said to me, wait until he gets to his car. You're out tweaking. By the time he gets to his car, there's enough time to get a pipe. Scratch off anything.
So look, he said, I had the standard folk I had the standard gun with a little 60 round in that bit on Mike. Let 3 shots out. When he first came out, Marty said to me, wait till he gets to his car. I'm your ass tweaking. By the time he gets to his car, that's enough time to get a pipe. So basically saying, no, we don't want him to go to his car. He could get his gun. Like, no, we want to get him up out of here before he get his gun. See, the confidential say, scratch off anything. He say, man, I'll woo. Soon as he make it halfway out in between our car and his car, bust door down. He already was on the car when he first came out the door. He was. So when he say he was on the car, that means he was on point. So in Chicago, we got a slang called on that car. On that car for all my white friends. So on that car means we'll say that if you walking through the hood and it's a car that look real suspicious, we'll say on that car. Meaning put your attention on that car because it looks a little suspicious. I'm getting a weird feeling from it. Make sure there are no windows rolled down. You don't see no gun, no niggas with no ski mask. Make sure it's nothing going on like that, right? So he said he already was on the car when he first came out the door because if you watch the video, you will see that he came out the youth center and he looked straight at the car. And as he was walking, he was turning back like, who in that car? Like, what the hell? That car looked weird as hell. Like, let me make sure I ain't tripping. Like, let me make sure that car ain't on no suspicious shit type shit. And he was right. His instincts was right because those end up being his killers. So that's what he mean when he say on that car. So the confidential informant say he on y'all car. Montgomery said he was on our car when he first came out the door. He looked, we behind the tent.
Well, that's what the CS says. Yo, scratch off anything. Since he was involved in he first came out the door, he looked, we behind tent. That's how the feds know that Lil Durk was involved in this beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, so
Durk put the bag up, they came collecting, closer to Lil Durk, got the money, didn't give nothing to the other dude. Other dude goes on a run for 2 years. This dude get picked up, Anthony Montgomery, for another case. You know, he told the CS everything they needed to know about his involvement in the Stephen Mack murder. Now, Preston Powell was eventually caught after 2 years on the run. They're both currently in custody, but they both took a plea deal as of today. And this plea deal came, I think, a couple of days ago.
You got like 40 years, right?
Them pleading guilty was not good enough. They had to agree to certain stipulations, and the stipulations they agreed to
snitch.
It was very strategic by the feds. They made them agree to this because these stipulations will make them charging Lil Durk with this murder a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
And both Montgomery and Preston Powell are both cooperating with the government. The federal government has officially alerted Lil Durk.
Bro, it's crazy how I'll tell y'all exactly how a situation gonna play out. Y'all will call me a hater, a goofy, a dork, a lame, everything in the book. And then a year and a half go by, year and 2 months go by, and exactly what I said was gonna happen happens, and then don't nobody got shit to say. As soon as I heard that they snitched on Lil Durk in that cell, I said it's over with. Because I'm gonna tell you what's going. These is two broke ass niggas from the hood, so they don't have no lawyers. Lil Durk is not gonna pay for their lawyers, and even if he does, that's gonna look suspicious, right? So they gonna end up taking a plea deal because they don't have a lawyer. They fighting two murders, at least one murder. They're going to take a plea deal, and when they take that plea deal, the feds are going to make them snitch on Lil Durk unless they want to get life. So they probably going to get like 30, 40 years, but they're going to snitch on Lil Durk. Lil Durk is going to get life, for sure, but they're going to snitch on Lil Durk in order to get that 20, 30 years, 30, whatever the fuck it is. They're going to go home when they 40, 50 years old, and Lil Durk going to die in jail. That's just it. I told y'all this a year and a half ago, gang. I told y'all this a year and a half ago, bro. And exactly what I said was going to happen, happened. Exactly.
Durk and his defense counsel that they plan on using the murder of Stephen Mack against Lil Durk. So they said right here, the government informed defense counsel that it was considering filing a superseding indictment before trial that will make the Chicago murder of Stephen Mack and the attempted murder of AW, which is the case he caught with King Von in Atlanta, which, by the way, those charges was dropped against Lil Durk because they said King Von did it. And King Von and THF Zoo, who both apparently were involved in that attempted murder incident, they are both dead. And they were the people that Atlanta PD is saying those were the two that committed those acts, and Lil Durk had nothing to do with it.
Right.
So they go, we plan on bringing up the SM and the attempted murder in Georgia as relevant and direct evidence at trial. That you are this mob boss, you are the head of this criminal enterprise, and you are the one responsible for the murder of Stephen Mack.
Right.
And so they asked, okay, what relevant, like how are you guys gonna prove this? Like, how are you guys gonna bring this up? Like what new evidence do you guys have? Well, Preston Powell and Anthony Montgomery, they recently pled guilty in the Northern District of Illinois to use of a firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence, murder for hire, for murdering SN, among other things. Defendant Powell admitted there was a cash bounty for Stephen Mack murder and that he participated in a conspiracy with Anthony Montgomery Wilson to murder Stephen Mack and collect the payment. Now, Preston Powell was the person texting like Anthony Montgomery, hey, bruh, did Durk and them send you that money yet? Hey, yo, what's up with OTF, bro? OTF send you the money yet for Stephen Mack's murder, bro? Hey, bro, I need the money from OTF. He's now saying, yeah, I'll plead guilty. Yep, I killed Stephen Mack because OTF had a bounty out for Stephen Mack's murder. So now Preston Powell is cooperating with the police, with the feds. So now the feds got the murderer.
And look at, hold on.
He's claiming, oh yeah.
Let me show y'all how the feds do it too. So pay attention. It says he pled guilty in the Northern District of Illinois, not to murder. He pled guilty to use of a firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence, murder for hire. So they made sure that he pled guilty to something that had something to do with murder for hire, not just, oh, you wouldn't kill somebody. No, they made sure he pled guilty to murder for hire. In order to plead guilty for murder for hire, they have to pretty much know without beyond a shadow of a doubt that you got hired to do this murder. You know what I mean? And remember, this is just one. So if Lil Durk, let's say Lil Durk beats one murder for hire case, he's not going to beat two. He's not going to beat the feds twice. I guarantee you that. Don't be surprised if you see his lawyer drop out of the case. Don't be surprised if he take a plea deal for 65 years. And I think it's just a sad case because this man got kids, bro. He has a lot of children. A lot of children. And I'm pretty sure, I think his brother had kids too. You know, his little cousin had kids. He was taking care of a few other kids who their dads had got killed in the streets. You feel me? And I get to be called a lame because I tell these people to just live your life. You know, like why are you more concerned with being a real street nigga than you are with being a father to your children? I don't understand that. You putting the streets before your kids. You putting the streets before your wife. You putting your streets before your millions. You putting the streets before freedom. You putting your streets before heaven. Like I don't know. I ain't the biggest fucking religious, closest to God man in the world, but I don't think God like people who hire people to kill people for. That's just me. I don't know, nigga. I ain't never been to heaven before. But I'm just saying. I don't think God too fond of that, twin. So you did all that for what? And now what? What happened? Tell me what good came from it. Your brother got killed. Your best friends got killed. Your cousins got killed. Everybody got killed. You got your get back. So those people are now dead. You're in jail. Your kids don't have a daddy no more. Your baby mamas, your kids, your mama, your dad, all they money is damn near gone. And you about to do the rest of your life in a federal prison. Maybe you and Pooh Shiesty, maybe y'all can record some songs in that bitch. Y'all could go do motherfucker Back in Blood too. Back in jail. Back in the fed. FBI, open up! First day, Pooh Shiesty made first day out, man. Y'all can do a first day in. You feel me?
Stephen Mack and collect the payment. Now, Preston Powell was the person texting like Anthony Montgomery, hey, bruh, did Durk and them send you that money yet? Hey, yo, what's up with OTF, bro? OTF send you the money yet for Stephen Mack's murder, bro? Hey, bro, I need the money from OTF. He's now saying, yeah, I'll plead guilty. Yep, I killed Stephen Mack because OTF had a bounty out for Stephen Mack's murder.
Cook, nigga, you dead.
So now Preston Powell is cooperating with the police, with the feds. So now the feds got the murderer. He's claiming, oh yeah, Lil Durk and them put the bag up for Stephen Mack. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be the direct cause to the superseded indictment where they eventually charge Lil Durk for Stephen Mack's murder. Mm-hmm. Durk is cooked, you're fried, bruh. Now listen, okay? If Durk is innocent, I pray he beat it, man. If he guilty, well,
innocent.
you know the answer to that, bro. Cook him.
He's not innocent.
But y'all let me know.
I don't think he's innocent. Let's see what the comments got to say. Old Flacco did the heavy lifting. He wanted to be the oldest YN so bad he got exactly what he asked for. No cap. They making sure Durk not coming home. And I told y'all they was gonna make I told y'all for a fact. I told y'all they was gonna make an example out of him. I told y'all they was gonna make a real example out of him. And giving enough time, they're gonna start calling gangs domestic terrorists, and that's gonna be a whole different level of incarceration that you never seen before. I think that's coming too. And I told y'all, this is what I tell y'all about, and I don't talk out my ass, bro. Like, I'm telling y'all from real sources, real federal employees, real police officers, and real people that work with the federal government. I'm telling you right now, bro, the federal government is tired. It's specifically in Chicago. They are tired of the crazy ass gang shooting shit that's going on in Chicago, bro. They tired of it. They tired of it. So what that means is, and I'm gonna tell you why they tired of it. And I've said this in multiple videos. The main reason they're tired of it is because when you look at Los Angeles, when you look at New York, you have rappers, actors, actresses, sports players, singers, songwriters, labels, businesses, entertainment. You have so much going on in New York and LA. When you think about somebody shooting a movie, you think about New York or LA. But you don't really think about Chicago. But Chicago is the third biggest city in the country as far as like population goes. So you got New York, you got LA, and Chicago. New York, I think, got like 5 or 6 million people. LA got like 4 or 5. Chicago got like 3 million people. But nobody wants to come to Chicago. No, you don't really hear about people going to Chicago and getting on a boat. You don't hear about spring break in Chicago, or you don't see everybody in the world going to an event in Chicago, bro, because most people are scared of that city because of how crazy. Even though New York and LA get very crazy in they hoods too, but if you go Beverly Hills in LA, you go Rodeo Drive, you feel safe. There's police out there. You don't hear about 5, 6 the biggest rappers in the world getting killed on Rodeo Drive. FBG Duck got killed on the Rodeo Drive of Chicago. And from that moment on, that was 6 years ago. From that moment on, the feds said, yeah, we're stepping. That's why the feds got the FBG Duck killers. That's why the feds are coming after Lil Durk and so many other more Chicago rappers. Because it's too much shit going on and it's too much money that they missing out on because people are scared to travel to fucking Chicago. Miami got hoods too. They crazy, but when spring break come around, Miami get flooded. 4th of July come around, Miami get flooded. 4th of July in Chicago, nobody's going out there. Why the fuck would I go to Afghanistan to celebrate 4th of July where it's going to be a bunch of fucking fireworks cracking? I don't know who, you feel me? I don't know what the shots or if it's shots or it's fireworks. I don't know which one it is. Why would I want to go to Chicago? Chicago is a beautiful city, bro. A beautiful city with a great big lake, a great pier. I'm talking about, like, kids should be able to grow up in Chicago like how I grew up and not worry about going downtown and getting shot in they shit. Because when I was young, with like middle school days, bro, we used to go to downtown and have a blast. Have a blast. I'm talking about all the way from Roosevelt to Michigan, nigga. From the lake, nigga. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you, gang? From the lake all the way west, Roosevelt, nigga. We used to go down there and have a ball. Go shopping, go to the mall, go to the water tower, go to Navy Pier. You know what I'm saying? Stand by the lake, smoking weed on the lake. Like, we used to do all of that. And kids ain't doing that no more. Kids scared. And if they is going out there, they going out there causing trouble and shit. So what's going to happen is the feds are going to sweep in on Chicago and they going to clear all this bullshit out. And then slowly but surely, you're going to start seeing nice neighborhoods. It's going to start being extremely safe. The police are going to be everywhere. And then they're going to start building movie studios. They're going to start building label buildings. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you blow up as a rapper, 9 times out of 10, the label is going to fly you to New York or LA. They going to skip right over Chicago because they don't even have no label buildings out there. They don't have no businesses set up out there. You know what I'm saying? Silicon Valley is in San Francisco. They don't have that version of anything in Chicago, bro. But they should and they could. But they got to clean the streets up first. You know what I'm saying? And they going to take it serious because you got to understand you got to understand the political reasoning and motivation behind what they're doing. And so they're going to make an example out of Lil Durk. And it's a few other rappers. Think about who's really from back in the day, who's really out that's from Chicago days. Lil Reese is locked up. His career damn near over with. You know what I mean? You got a few little people like Tay Capone, Tay 600. You got some FYBJ, man. You got a few people like that. But as far as like big name, millions and millions of followers, Chief Keef been out of Chicago for over a decade. Lil Durk gone, locked up, is dead. King Von got passed away. And so many other rappers that start coming up, they pass away. So now you got, you probably got the little small drill rappers, but that should have faded out after a while. People ain't, them drill rappers ain't getting booked. They ain't got millions of dollars like that. So watch what happened too. Like if Lil Durk should have went the Chief Keef route. Exactly. You should have moved your stupid ass to Miami. If I'm Lil Durk, I would have moved my ass to Dubai and just sitting there chilling. He killed more people. Flacco the feds. Y'all that's so stupid. When people say this, like your IQ gotta be dumb as fuck. You think Flacco is the one reporting what the feds know? What the fuck is like overly federal? Like y'all ass is dumb. It's overly dumb as hell. That's what the problem is. Y'all ass dumb. Like that's all. That y'all ass dumb.